Good morning. It is Saturday, which is a long run day. As you can see, that's what we're doing currently. Didn't record before I left the house because it's like 5:30 right now, and it was like 4:45 when I got up. I'm currently a mile in. I got 9 more miles to go. Hoping to hit 10 with no issues. I feel good now, so that's the plan. But I'm going to finish this, and then I will see you guys when I get back to the house. See you. And just like that, 10 miles. It's hot. I'm drenched. It's kind of hard. Oh no, you can definitely tell. I'm soaked. That's my first 10 miler in about a month, probably. Training has taken a hit the last month or so. I came back from vacation and just a bunch of stuff happened. So I've been really behind on long form stuff. I've been putting up a bunch of TikToks, just a bunch of random stuff that comes to mind in the moment and slap it up there. But long form wise, terrible. But so it's now time for my post run routine. So I'll take you guys through that, kind of show you some of the key things that I always do after a long run, and then chill out for a bit and get a shower. I have to go get a haircut today, so that's on the agenda. Carbs, electrolytes, 2 biggest things first, and then shower. After that, caffeine. Sound good? All right. You know, we had these biscuits from like 3-4 days ago. I'm not gonna lie, I was really looking forward to eating them. But they had mold on them. Like just 2 little spots on the one. So I had to get rid of them. But it's all right. We have some, it's basically diet bread. Nature's Own Hawaiian. We got a half loaf a few days ago. And I've torn it up. It's so good. It's only 80 calories a slice. So it's like chef's kiss. But I'm gonna eat that with a little bit of this on it. And then some BPN strawberry electrolytes. This is the first time I've bought the strawberry flavor. I usually get the watermelon. I bought it during their big summer sale, which I was one of the first 10,000 orders over $100. So that's how I got this really nice hat, which has 1 more on the underbill. Pretty solid. So I'm gonna quit yapping. I hate to do it, but I'm gonna put you guys away. I'm gonna eat my carbs, drink my electrolytes, and then I'm gonna get a shower. Fresh haircut. That's done. It's been a couple hours since I picked this up and clicked the fancy red button. That's a terrible angle. Hair's cut. That pretty much marks off my to-do list for the day. But now I'm gonna go to my favorite store ever, which is Lowe's. I'm starting a new project in our kitchen today, and we're gonna see how it goes. I have to go get a few different pieces of lumber from Lowe's, and then go home and start working on that. So now I'm gonna go there and do that. So this video is pretty boring so far, I know. Here in a bit, we'll sit down, we're gonna chit chat, have a conversation about what's been up. So with that, let's go to Lowe's. Let's talk for a minute, okay? Where have I been? What have I been doing? Well, went on vacation, came back, everything kind of fell apart. Long story short, I let life get in the way, and that's something that I don't need to do whenever, you know, I have certain goals in mind, certain aspirations, and certain things that I'm trying to chase. Just kind of got down on bad luck and got down on myself. It happens sometimes, you know. You go through life, you go through bad things, you go through real hard things, and everybody handles it a different way. And I feel like I could have handled the situations that I was going through a little bit better, but in the same breath, I had a lot on my plate all at once. I can't really delve into detail with a lot of it. It's a lot of personal life stuff that my entire family has been trying to work through, and it's a big change for all of us. What's the next step? So I started reading my Bible more. I got a new one. I got a new Bible. It's got the Old and the New Testament in it. All the chapters. It's a beautiful Bible. It's a New International Version. And I love it. I've been reading the heck out of that thing. I've been trying to devote a few minutes here and there every single day just to read, even a few chapters or at least a page or two, right? Just to make myself more known, just to get more in touch, get more spiritual, and have a better understanding of what I need to do as a Christian and what I need to do as a follower. In my entire life, I don't think I've ever felt more connected to the faith and to Jesus Christ as I do right now in my life. I found God when I was suffering, when I was miserable, when I was going through really hard times and really difficult things. And it's not just now, it's been my entire life. And I don't know what it is, but probably for the last year and a half, 2 years, there's just been these little subtle things that just pop up. Whether it's a scripture that pops up on my Facebook, or somebody puts a TikTok up of a scripture or a way to follow the word, and it's anything, right? It's these little signs here and there that I've been picking up on, and it's almost like I can hear. Don't call me a schizophrenic. I believe it, but it's almost like I can hear God and Jesus Christ talking to me just so subtly, like simple little things, right? Just these little nudges, these little pushes. And it's like, whoa, okay. And for months, I've just been ignoring it. And I've just been like, whatever, I'm going to move on. And then finally, I don't know what it is, the last month, I just doubled down. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to quit ignoring it. I'm going to quit thinking that this isn't how it's supposed to be. And I'm going to read, and I'm going to dive into faith. I'm going to lean into it. Here we are. It's working. I feel like I'm in a pretty decent place in my life right now. But I also feel like I'm in this weird transition period of transitioning from who I used to be to who I'm supposed to be. I feel like there's just so many things happening to me right now that my brain is just trying to wrap around it. And that's where leaning onto the faith has really been helping me a lot. It's just little subtle things here and there. But this was week 1 of the Hybrid Athlete 1.0. I think it's the one that I'm on. Weekly mileage came out to about 20, like 19 point something. Did 5 lifts overall, 4 actually. Back, chest, legs, shoulders and arms yesterday, and then a body weight day Wednesday, I believe. I haven't felt this great in a while. I got a little nervous this morning when I did my 10 miler. That was probably the most roughest double-digit run I've had in a long time. I think it's a combination of the heat. My legs were super sore from Wednesday, and just, jumping back into a decent mileage. My last 20-plus mileage week was about a month and a half ago, and this was the first heavy mileage week in about 5 weeks for me. So just kind of dive back into that and trying to feel better and, get back into a groove. So next week, same thing again. Tomorrow's an active rest day. So I'm either going to go into the pool for 30 minutes or ride my bike around the neighborhood for an hour just to loosen the legs up, keep the lactic acid flowing through. And this week is a long work week for me. I'll actually be at work for about 4 days from Monday afternoon till Thursday afternoon. So this week I'm going to focus on trying to hard reset my diet and following calories, following macros, hitting certain carbs, just to get back to where I need to be. Right now I'm about 220. I'm trying to cut down to about 195. I missed didn't miss. I just was lazy and I didn't really follow my diet when I was trying to diet down. I was too worried about eating. So, but I've done it before. I cut down, when my daughter was born, I cut down from 220 all the way down to 195 in about 4 or 5 months time frame. And I maintained around like 190 to the low 200s for, about 8 months. And then we moved and it just kind of blew up. So, just trying to get back to where I was. So, only in the last like 3 months have I gone back into the 220s. Just the beginning of this year, I was still in the low 210s. So, just working through that. It's lifestyle changes. You know, a lot of stuff's happened for us as a family and for me as a person in the last year or so. We've moved into 2 different houses in the last 12 months alone. And adjusting to a new job, a new schedule, still it's ever changing. It's not very consistent. So that makes it just as difficult. So, you know, you can't make excuses. You just have to stay disciplined, stay on track, and stay with it. So from here, right now, I have no races scheduled. I was supposed to run an 18-miler 2 weeks ago. Financially, it just didn't work out. We were pretty tight with money. This is a long paycheck, so I made the decision to pull out, and I also wasn't physically or mentally ready to run that race. So I think I saved myself from injury and just embarrassment, not to anybody else. Like, it's not like I was going to go out and win the dang thing. You know, I'm not that great of a runner. I just run a lot. But just saved myself the poor performance mentally and physically, and saved myself from injury. I think it was a smart decision in the end. So I was able to save my registration. Like, I got like a credit. So the same company that was running that race, I can sign up for any of their other races within the next 12 months, which I plan on doing. So they do a lot of 50Ks, a lot of ultras. So I think I'm going to sign up for an ultra. Not as much elevation gain in the ultras that they run. So I'm looking forward to doing one of those and getting it done and attacking it head on. So this next month for me, these next 2 months for me, you know, life doesn't stop. It keeps going. So I got a work trip for a month to Texas for a school. So that's going to take up my entire September, and just work doesn't stop here. So working pretty much all the way up until I leave for that, and then coming back and sure right back into work. So, but I'm going to try to get better about shooting, editing, and doing things, documenting my running journey. But make sure you guys follow my TikTok, because I post on my TikTok consistently. It's a lot more goofy stuff, and it's not really centered towards fitness. I try to put up a fitness one every now and again, but you know, for the most part, it's a lot of quick drop Bible stuff, or you know, some motivational, or just some goofy little trends that I pick up on every now and again. But sorry for the delay. We're still learning to endure. It's still a process. I think that's the theme for this year, 100%. So keep after it. Continue to be an outlier. Continue working. Continue pushing hard. Lean into that faith. Open that Bible and read it. See you guys in the next one.